Well, good morning, everybody. I just got done with my cardio for the day. It's Saturday and 30 minutes of cardio, nothing serious. But when you're walking on a treadmill, you get in your head a lot. And, you know, I've been listening to tons of advice from different people across the community and just doing a lot of thinking. And what I'm going to try for me is for Saturday and Sunday for the next few weeks at least, I'm going to have a refeed weekend. Basically, all that means is I'm going to, lower my fasting window, or I'm sorry, increase my feeding window, lower my fasting window to like 12:12, and, add in a couple of meals, small meals. Basically, that'll jack up my calories, an extra 500 to 750 calories for those 2 days. Bring it up to what I'm supposed to be for maintenance and maybe a little bit above for the next 2 days. Still not going crazy, maybe I'll have some chips or something. There won't be anything serious. Now, what that's supposed to do scientifically, now whether or not it does it, I don't know. But what it's supposed to do is, and pardon me, I'm keeping this on for like the afterburn effect for the next like 10 minutes or so. What it's supposed to do is increase your metabolism in guys that are not like super well trained, super lean already, basically regular Joes like me. What that's supposed to do is increase your metabolism and actually help fat loss if you include a couple of refeed days into your diet plan. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm not going to, go crazy over what I'm eating. I'm still going to eat clean, but I'm not going to like go crazy. Like I already had a bowl of cereal this morning. Cool. It wasn't like Fruit Loops. It was something, I don't know. I think it's Honey Bunches of Oats with strawberries. So, I mean, it wasn't anything like, holy crap, he's going nuts. He's eating a dozen donuts. No. I'm just going to up my calorie intake and my carbohydrate intake a little bit. Not going to go crazy with fats or anything like that. But anyway, okay, so you guys tune into this channel for the journey, and who knows? Some of you probably tune in to see me crash and burn, and some of you honestly tune in to see me do well because you're good people. And all of you, doesn't matter if you hate me, love me, or you just like whatever. Ted posted another video, and I'm just gonna watch it because whatever. I love you all. Like seriously. The fact that you take the time out of your day to watch me for any amount of time means a lot to me, and I appreciate that. I really do. A couple of thoughts creeped into my head though this morning, and for people like Devin Larratt, Michael Todd. You know what? I'm not going to even name names any further than that. For anybody that is completely a professional arm wrestler, meaning you only draw your living from arm wrestling or, promoting arm wrestling or somehow, the arm wrestling community. In other words, you don't have a quote unquote day job. Your day job is arm wrestling, whether it be promotions, videoing, social media, or you're an actual arm wrestler. And that's all you draw your income from. It's hard for you to stay on diet, to stay on task and all of that. But I would argue that it's harder for somebody like me, and for most of you, probably all of you that are watching my channel. The regular Joes, whether or not you be gifted in the sport or you're just like me and you're just kind of the average guy. The people that I think of right away are As much as everybody knows that I don't like the guy, the Donnie Andersons, the Ryan Dunwoodies, the Ryan Belangers, um, you know, the Robbie Russells, the Levi Rakowskis, the Levi Twos, the I want to name one more. um, the Man, there's so many of them out there, but let's just go with the um, John Terrians. Okay, so those people that are gifted in the sport, whether it be genetics, chemically induced, a combination of everything, or whether it just be, well, I mean, there's going to be genetics involved, there's going to be drive, there's going to be youth, there's going to be, for some of them, more chemical enhancement than others. But anyway, the people that basically have a huge, path in this sport, okay? You notice how I didn't include people like me, because I don't, and that's okay. But even for those guys that have a huge path in this sport and still have day jobs, man, and have to make a weight class, that's the thing, and have to make a weight class. Man, oh man, whew. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. Because you train like an athlete. You train like an athlete that's getting paid to be an athlete. And yet, we're not. We're not being paid to be athletes. We're doing it because we love something. And then I would argue that the people like me, the regular Joes, the guys that don't have a huge path in this sport, but, maybe one day will be considered, hey, man, that dude's strong. Or, hey, I remember training with that guy, man, he was good. He could test some people. That's people like me. That's what my goal is. My goal is to maybe be top 15, top 10 in the country in a weight class as my ultimate goal. Okay, I don't ever really have delusions of grandeur of being on a world stage, or being the absolute best in a weight class, nationally ranked or anything like that. Okay, and that's okay. I'm not downing myself. That's just a realistic goal. Man, I would argue it's even harder for us. I would argue the lower you are on the totem pole, so to speak, the harder it is for you to maintain your weight, your drive, your diet, your training, because there's no expectations of pay. There's no expectations of getting quote unquote rewarded for your efforts, except for what you put as a reward. But as far as like monetary rewards, there's no expectations of that. And I'm not really a trophy hunter, so that's not even in the cards for me. So the rewards that I put in my own head are the only rewards that I'll realistically ever have in this sport, or at least seek in this sport. So for those of us that are just the average guys, like the real average guys, not even the ones that are genetically gifted, not the ones that are willing to go crazy with the needle, not the ones that are making, a living doing this. But for us average guys that still have day jobs, that still have families, that, like I said, are not willing to go crazy with the needle and are not genetically gifted, whew, man, hats off. Hats off to all of you and all of us. Yes, I'm putting myself in there, that are still grinding, that are still trying to find the dietary, needs, and putting your diet on point and your training on point, and you're constantly striving to be the best you can be in this sport that honestly will never repay you, aside from what you put as goals, will never repay you for all the hard work that you're putting in. Man, hats off to all of you. Morning Thoughts with Ted. And don't let this be depressing. I think it's a huge compliment. I really do. I'm just kind of tired already because I know I got a full day of work ahead of me, and I already did my cardio, and yeah, whatever. It is what it is, man. That's the grind. You guys have a great day. Take it easy.